Hey, what's poppin', Real 16 TV? It's Young Prosper back with another video. Cuz OP, if you would. This time we got CNN, Meta, and YouTube liable for social media addiction. I just saw this randomly on YouTube and I had to click it. My curiosity blossomed, and I'm sure this is something that I'm gonna get a damn a copyright strike for, even though I'm clearly using fair use right now. But regardless of that, I just found it so crazy. But seeing as and just like there was the drug era, the social media era is very similar in the same thing. So it kind of makes sense, like you peddling something, your ass is gonna get in trouble for it. I just find it so crazy that the dude that created Facebook and all that stuff is having to go to court for something that people are choosing to do. Isn't that ironic? Going to court for something that people are choosing to do, like a motherfucker. It just, they come up with stuff to arrest people for. But at the same time, do you feel like he deserves it? Like, that's a real question for the people watching. How do you feel about this? Do you feel like you should get in trouble for causing addiction within YouTube and Meta? I think them algorithms are motherfucker. Them algorithms start playing shit you don't even want to see. You'll be like, damn nigga, I liked one video like that. Why is there 100 videos or whatever? I don't know. But screen recording starting in 3, 2, 1. Video playing now.
The verdict has been reached in a potentially landmark social media addiction trial. Meta and YouTube essentially on trial. CNN's Claire Duffy has the latest. And Claire, what is the verdict? I understand you've got the news.
Well, Boris Grana, Meta and YouTube have both been found liable in this case for negligence and how they've operated their platforms, building these features that have been called addictive of young people, and also, found liable of failing to warn users of the risks of their platforms. So really, it's
okay. So I kind of get it. You know what I'm saying? They felt like there wasn't enough. Even though you have to press, what is it, like, okay to get into an app, and there is all those terms and regulations that all of us choose not to read, ironically. And I also just want to throw out there, this motherfucker in the middle looked like a super villain, no cap. He looked like when 2.5 Men, the brother Alan, when he played Lex Luthor, he looked like when Alan played Lex Luthor, maybe a little more stern.
Significant moment here. The jurors have decided that Meta bears a 70% sort of responsibility for what happened to this 20-year-old plaintiff. YouTube bears 30% responsibility, but they have found that these companies were responsible for addicting her and causing harm to her mental health. And of course, this does set the stage for potentially similar verdicts in hundreds of similar cases. So massive moment here. We are awaiting more information about what exactly the financial damages could look like in this case, but this is again a landmark moment where both Meta and YouTube are being found responsible, being found liable for building addictive features.
I ain't gonna lie to you. As I continue to say YouTube with it, I'm mostly just thinking about this as Facebook and Meta. I don't really, when it comes to YouTube and this, I don't really see none of this being necessarily YouTube's fault. Like I said, I think the algorithm thing is the craziest. Like, I think the only way you should be able to find stuff on YouTube is either you're going down the rabbit hole and random shit is popping up, or you're purposely trying to view something by searching it. And that goes for all of them, because you could like one picture of a bad bitch and then you stuck with bad bitches all over your Instagram. Not that I'm tripping, but at the same time, some people don't want that. You know what I mean? I think them algorithms are real, like, I think that's where it get funny, because they clearly are like playing them. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, it was a little bit more, you click this, eventually you'll see a little bit more of that, and then after a minute it started being like it's almost like your phone can hear a subject, and it might not even be what you watching is about. It just hears something, it just start popping up shit like you'll be interested in this just because you like, nigga, I was watching a movie, like like if you don't stop it sometimes. But I don't know if I should count YouTube in, and that might be because I do YouTube, but I really can't see no wrong in what YouTube do, to be honest with you. They got some fucking, everybody got some fuck nigga moments, but like, I don't think YouTube is fucking people over. Now, Facebook and shit like that, hell yeah, but, it kind of just seemed like a way to try to take down, I cannot think of his name, and I be seeing the damn movie pop up all the time, But I feel like it's a way to take Mark Zuckerberg. I feel like it's just a way to take down Mark Zuckerberg. I feel like that's the new genius move now for like the richer people, is finding like random lawsuits. Cause I didn't came up with that idea before and somebody just looked at me crazy. But you seen they just had the thing with what was it? McDonald's, and somebody I saw on 85 South Show, somebody basically said they weren't promoting to urban communities, so they were able to get a lawsuit out. So it's like that seemed like it's the move now, is to find loopholes and shit. Like doing regular crime and all that shit is probably not going to be as easy to get away with. So now the new thing is playing long-term chess, figuring out what I can do to get the biggest lump sum of cash at once, and I think it's just random lawsuits. In the case of this shit will take them down. Did you just hear what that girl said? I know I'm over talking. I'm about to play it some more, but she just said that it could be plenty and plenty of other cases. Like, I'm like, damn, this nigga life might be over. No cap. Like, no cap. Like, even if you got the money to fight that, it's like, how many can you fight though? Like, you know what I'm saying? You might have enough money. You know he rich. He might have enough money to pay out 100 million a couple times. You know what I'm saying? I won't even say a couple. When I'm thinking not regular people couple. Rich nigga couple to me is like 10 times, a dozen, maybe a baker's dozen at the lowest. But he gonna be able to pay the bitches out. But she said, how many other cases? I'm like, shit, to a degree, I felt like there's been times Facebook didn't fuck with my life. So you know what I mean? Like at that rate, there's a bunch of niggas that could damn near make this case. It's probably not as serious as the person they're talking about, of course, but you feel me? That's crazy though. This is crazy.
All right, Claire. Huge news. Stay with us. Let's bring in former state attorney Dave Ehrenberg to talk about the legal implications here.
Not that I'm a CNN
cases, Dave.
fan.
Walk us through this, because you mentioned this is a bellwether.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Not to cover for myself or whatever. I just have the real news stations. I follow them all on YouTube, but I literally never check them. It's just more like so I'm not behind on something that pops up in the news, and then I can verify it through both stations that this shit really is happening the way I think. Because, you know, one side is going to say something about how they feel, and another one going to say about, you know what I'm saying? You got to pick the truth out the between. I don't feel like I should have to cover myself on using real news things, but sometimes they be incredible, and I know that might not be how you say that word, but I don't get no fucks.
Explain to us what that means for these other cases.
Right, Brianna, so there's about 10,000 similar lawsuits that are bundled into multi-district litigation across the country. So you have all these group parents, school districts, attorneys general, they're all over the country. They're putting their cases together to consolidate them so they could follow with this lawsuit. This is the bellwether. This will serve as a real tough point for Facebook and Google. They're going to have to live with this because the outcome and the damages will serve as a template for how the rest of these thousands of cases.
Hey, isn't YouTube just a company under Google's umbrella? Why should all of Google have to take a hit for that? I don't get, you know what I'm saying? Not like I'm just team Google, but I feel like, look, here's my thing about Google. I feel like it's just like, damn, they driving like motherfuckers. But I feel like it's just a company. I don't know. It just seems like a helping company to me. Like, I'm sure they do some fuck shit, but in my mind, it's just the stationary. When you go to the internet, your main thing is Google. You know, they just shitted on Yahoo. And if you use Bing, you might be a psychopath. Keep it a buck with you. Because I'm like, why? I don't even understand that. But, like, I don't know. I don't feel like Google should be at fault for anything that has to do with YouTube. And I don't think YouTube should be even in the conversation at all anyway. But yeah, maybe I need to understand more of what's going on before I speak any more on it. Because
they're litigated or settled, and I suspect they will settle. This is remember, it was TikTok and Snapchat that settled with these plaintiffs before trial. And Facebook and Google said, nah, we're going to take our chances, roll the dice. Well, they rolled the dice, and it came up Snake Eyes.
Damn.
Indeed, we just got a statement from Meta
saying, quote, we respectfully disagree with the verdict and are evaluating legal options to what Dave said just a moment ago. They are likely to appeal this decision.
So they lost.
Let's bring in Brian Stelter, who's been tracking the latest on this news.
Brian, what's your reaction?
So is this like one person, not to cut them off again, because I'm going to make it short. You can watch the whole video with their company. I ain't trying to take it from them. But, so, what did Snapchat and them get? Like, because they settled, so whatever's happening, that's what I'm saying. I just want to throw out there, I'm only knowing the small bit of information that I've seen right here. But when it comes to, like, what did Snapchat and them settle for? Because, like, if they settled for one, they had to think whatever they did was so bad that we need to go ahead and give up this bread, like, immediately. Like, let's go ahead and give them the money that they asking for. We don't want no problems. Meta and them, bigger company, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more ability to fight back, even though I feel like Snapchat should be somewhere near that at this point. I guess it took a minute for Snapchat to start doing in-app purchases and whatnot. Snapchat was generally what I would consider a good app, like an app that's just there for the sake of being an app. But I'm not understanding. I'm not, like, man, hold on, let's listen to a little more. Cause I'm like, what's so bad that two other companies settled out without any argument?
Moments ago from the company. This is the second verdict in a case against Meta in as many days. There was that New Mexico case yesterday. That jury finding Meta liable as well. That dollar figure of $375 million. Meta said it would appeal. Now you have Meta reacting again today. And the company had been waiting for more than a week as these jury deliberations were going on in LA. The company reacting to this case, saying yes, it's evaluating its legal options, not immediately saying it will appeal. It is notable. We're going to hear about the compensation, the compensatory damages. In this case, it looks like it's probably $3 million for a single plaintiff is significant. But for Meta, that is of course a very, very small amount of money. We're talking about some of the biggest companies on the planet here, worth trillions. So Meta has weighed in so far. I suspect we will hear something similar from Google, the owner, the parent company of YouTube as well. A couple of other social media players, they actually settled right on the eve of trial to avoid going through this process.
See, that's what I'm saying. Did you not want to be, like, dragged through the mud? Because I ain't gonna lie, you Buddy basically said all the